Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Anubis today with his fresh new skin and all these new changes. This is going to be my second video for the day, I think. I don't really want to talk too much about that because I don't like talking too much about what my other videos are in case the upload doesn't go the way I hope for it to go or something of that nature. I don't upload it in the right order, but this is my second time, so I'm not going to go over all of the changes and stuff. Because I did go over a couple of them, not too much, but in the other video that I'm posting today, you should watch that if you haven't already. But the ones that pertain to this video that are really important is, well, I didn't mention the HUD, by the way. I did not mention the HUD at all in the other video, I do not think. But I'm going to mention it here. What do I want against this guy really quickly? I think I just want Blink, man. Yeah, I'm just going to Blink. So anyways, there was a giant patch that gave Anubis a new skin, got a whole bunch of new skins. We got this HUD editor that looks really dope. As you can see, I have a bunch of stuff stuffed into the top left of my screen. And the reason for that is because basically it doesn't stay, like the HUD editor is bugged. Some things stay, some things don't. I even have some things literally hidden underneath my like abilities and stuff. Like my god avatar is underneath my abilities. A lot of stuff you see here is removed. If you haven't watched Smite yet or you haven't played Smite, don't like take my HUD as like a default one. It's not too far off. Basically, the only difference is I moved my kill feed thingy up to the top. You know where the timer for the game is and the amount of seconds into the game. Up there at the top, you see the kills, whatever. That's normally on like the bottom left. So I moved that. And I hid my god avatar. There usually is a god avatar right down here by the passive meter, right around this area, but I don't really see the point because it's up there. I mean, it just seemed big for no reason, so we removed it. And then another change, as you can see here, auto attack cancel with Anubis as per usual. Let's go. Another change is Anubis can, he got buffed, basically. All characters that rely, I shouldn't say rely, all characters with healing or lifesteal in their kit, at least like 99.99% of them, got buffed in some way, shape, or form. And Anubis's buff, and the reason why they got buffed is because global anti-heal, like they removed the brawling thing, you know, you have to be in combat to heal more, they removed that, and then they basically just nerfed healing globally. Like, they just all around smoked healing. That's all you needed to know. Long story short, healing got obliterated. It's still a thing in the game. You can still use it. You can still build lifesteal items, you know, stuff like that. It's not terrible, but yeah, it got obliterated. And so Anubis, of course, got, you know, hit pretty hard by that. But they buffed him, and they buffed his items. Buffed and nerfed. They nerfed them in the sense of lifesteal. They buffed them in the sense of damage and utility. And hopefully I'll explain that a little bit better as I buy the items. Bancrofts did get a small change where it's like, you got a lot of lifesteal removed, honestly. Like a lot. Like I think base Bancrofts has 15% lifesteal and it's scale, and then like 20 or 25 on the passive. And now it's just like 10 and 10, so it's 20% in total. Dude, I love this. I love this so much. Like, one of the reasons why I don't play Anubis too much in duels because I shouldn't say hate. I dislike characters that rely on their healing so much. And a lot of people are gonna say, okay, what about Hades, Jesse? Well, throughout my Smite career, the builds have changed a lot, of course, but generally speaking, I don't think Hades, that's one of the things I would argue with people. I don't think Hades relies on his healing. I really don't. He has a heal. I don't think he relies on full healing off of the wave. If you rely on that as a Hades player, you're probably just not playing him correctly or, you know, not that good. I don't think he relies on that. So, that being said, I don't really like characters that are just gimmicky. Ooh, I full heal off the wave, smile, haha. Usually. And then they get anti-healed and they just die, right? Well, Anubis is no longer a full heal off the wave. He's more like when you're full lifesteal, you heal like 40% off the wave. And then they buffed him to help that a bit. They made his one tick faster. The one ticks faster, you know, applies the damage quicker. And also, you can move a little bit. And while I don't think moving during that makes a massive difference, it does help him for sure. Especially when you combined it with, I think I gave up bread there, but whatever. It does. Oh, I just noticed there's a bounty over here. You see that there's a 2 by my name on the right side? You can see the bounty and how much money you get for that. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. Anyways. Also, I should say, by the way, oh, yeah, I have so much to talk about and so much to say to you guys. Well, I'm trying to get it out of the way while there's nothing happening. Also, he didn't do the red. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. This poor guy, I don't think he even knows what's happening right now, dude. I'm just running around as Anubis. But anyways, they made it to where he's a little bit less of a lifesteal bot. Oh, I think what I was going to say a second ago, sorry, I'm flopping around. What I was going to say before I get into that is, this is my current HUD and this is the way it looks. I've removed a lot of things and changed a lot of things and done stuff like that. I don't know if this is what I'm going to keep. I'll probably change it again, but this is just what I put up real quick for the videos. And anyway, what I was going to say about the lifesteal is, they actually buffed the lifesteal item. Like, they took lifesteal off of them, which inherently makes, like, things like Typhons... They took lifesteal off, which makes Typhons do less damage, because it relied on healing a little bit to buff the damage. And so, like, they buffed all the lifesteal items, basically. Bancrofts, you still have the same old power. You got a little bit more mana now. You still got the same old power, but the floor, you know, the floor being when you have max stacks, maximum power, 200 power from Bancrofts, normally was 20% HP. Now the floor is 40% HP, so you have that 200 power faster. And if you wonder what a floor means, it just means that you don't get the full power until you hit a certain HP bar. You know, you get the 100 extra power when you were 20% health. Now you get that 100 extra power when you're 40% health. I hope that makes sense. Where did he go? Oh, he's right there. But with that being said, so what did they do to compensate for that? A little bit lack of damage and a lot less healing. Is they made it to where... Well, I'm using my 1 while I'm moving. That's pretty snazzy. But they also gave it more damage. Okay. This poor guy, bro. They also gave it more damage, and they made it cheaper. This item is like 200 gold cheaper, 150. I don't know. You can read the patch notes. By the way, if you're wondering how to get to the Smite patch notes, if you're a new player or you just never even thought about it, you literally just Google Smite patch notes, hit the first link, and then go to the newest update. That's all you gotta do. But read the patch notes, and it's like if Typhons is cheaper and has 20% pen on it. It had 10% before, so you get that. So you get that extra damage even sooner. And then Magus got buffed as well, which is another Anubis item. No. Oh, no. Dude, there's no way I'm alive right now. Alright, so you can see the lifesteal there. We just healed from like 1 HP to 500, which is a good amount of healing. But like with this much lifesteal on this character, I probably would have healed to like 1,000, if not more, previous to the nerfs. So that shows you the anti-heal there. But it also shows you that healing isn't dead, especially not on a character like Anubis who loves these items and stuff. It's not like you shouldn't go healing ever. It's going to take a while to adjust and find out exactly how strong healing is, how needed anti-heal is, etc. But oh, another problem that with Anubis right now is or was a problem with him is Pestilence destroyed all of his healing, right? But well, he just got his healing destroyed and got other things buffed, so that helps him out. I'm just gonna 50-50 this if he's contesting. Never mind, he's not contesting. We're gonna back up here. We're gonna back up. Alright, all items, physical. I'm getting this because, well, defense is great, but also, have I even blinked on this guy? I think I did once. I don't know. Anyways, I'm probably talking fast and stuff, and that's because I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this patch. I'm excited to upload YouTube content. I'm excited to play this patch. I'm excited for all this stuff. Don't get me wrong, there will be plenty of things that'll make me rage out of my mind and cringe and yell at the skies for high res to nerf, because they always do that to me, to everyone. But, you know, overall, it's exciting. I like this patch. I don't really like this skin, if we're being honest. I probably will never use this skin again outside of this video. Not a huge fan. It's not that it's bad. Anubis just has so many other cool skins. Oh, that's it. Oh. Yes, of course. All a part of my plan was to blind myself so that way this guy... Oh! He F6'd, man. Okay, I'm just gonna jump into another game with Anubis and send you guys there because I don't want to re-explain every single thing I just said. So I'm just gonna skip into another game because that was only 8 minutes. I'll see you guys there. And here we are. On to the next game. Let's go ahead and buy our Bancroft. Same start as last game. We are against a Poseidon this time. So do we go beads or egg? I think we just go beads, surely. I mean, we could also go blink, but that's kind of, I don't know, that's a little too Giga Chad for me. I'm a little not Giga Chad. So anyways, here we are. We are against a, hopefully, better player than the last guy, or better trier, I guess I should say. Because not everybody that does bad in a duel game or anything, it doesn't make them a bad player. It means they might just not be a great duel player, or they could have just been trolling, man. Who knows? Some people just don't even be trying in this video game. Hopefully he doesn't invade me. He'll probably start his blue as well. I hope he does. Bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. I just heard him laughing. He's already laughing. We're beating his buns. Oh! Dang. Curses. Curses, man. But yeah, I actually do know B-Simpa. I've known him for years. Like, I've played against this guy for like 3-4 years now. I think he's a little bit washed up right now, going off the fact that I was trash talking him the other day on stream, and he was trash talking me, and he mentioned something. He called me like a loser, basically. He was like, I don't play this game every day like you do. And I was like, dude, you're literally lying. Like, maybe you don't play every day right now. Like, congratulations, you got a job or something. But, like, you definitely... This guy used to be on Smite every single day. I would catch him in the morning queues. I would catch him in the night queues. I would catch him in the afternoon queue. Like, he was always on Smite. But anyways, my point is this guy is a past GM player, although he might be quite a bit washed up. Dude, I was missing some ticks there. I was missing some ticks. And the game I trash talked him in was because I don't even remember why. Like, he's just he's reported me and cursed me out in Spanish like 1,000 times. So I just, you know, I don't hate the guy. I don't think I hate anybody on the internet, but I don't particularly like the guy, you know. And I've ended up farming him like 15 times in the base with Kali, because crit Kali is just absolutely broken. I mean, most people know about that. The crit Kali gang is absolutely insane. So, but yeah, I just kept one-shotting him like 15 times in the fountain, and I don't think he really appreciated it that much. See if we can catch him off guard here. We got him with the auto attack. Let's go. The Anubis early game. Like, this is so fun, man. Like, because I always had a secret spot in my heart for Anubis, even though if you watch my stream, you may not think I'm telling the truth, but I always had a sweet spot for him. But I just don't like characters that are like, ooh, me OP early game, me heal, oh, me get anti-healed, oh, I guess me lose now. Like, I hated that, man. And I'm not saying he's just a top-tier broken dual god now and has no healing or anything. It's just they gave him, with his 1 changes and with just better or more DPS on the items, at least I think it is, you know, more DPS in total. Because I don't really know how much he relied on that lifesteal. Dang it. That was a kill. That was a kill. But he just does more damage, slightly more mobile, and isn't as gimmicky, you know? He doesn't he's not that god that can now just full heal off of every single wave. He's just the god who can heal off of every single wave. You know, the key word there being full. Ooh, alright, we sprint at him, we sprint at him. No! I popped my shard, I was so confident. Dude, I feel like I played a few Anubis games today, and I feel like I've actually done a rather good job at landing my wraps, but apparently not this game. Oof, I think I threw that at the wall. It's okay, it's okay. As much as I want to get these kills and I want to stomp on this dude's face hole, at the same time, as I've said in previous videos, at least, hopefully he might not have 6 because I'm missing, you know? If I was stomping him, he might have 6, so. That's the classic, or I don't know if any other YouTubers do it, but that's my classic YouTuber copium. Oh yeah, and it's actually a good thing I missed that ability because, He won't surrender now. Ooh, he beats, and I had no mana. This is so fun, though. I don't know if I'll stick to the Anubis gang forever. You know, you might catch me next week doing something else. But for right now, this is a ton of fun, man. Ton of fun. Let's go on defense second. Honestly, I think rushing straight, like, usually you would just go straight into, like, rushing your items as fast as you can as Anubis. And I think that still applies a bit. But a part of the reason why you would rush your stuff so much is because you basically could just full heal, and he scaled so well with lifesteal and stuff off of every minion wave, right? Now it's like he doesn't synergize with these items as much. He still does, but like it's not as great. I don't know. I think this is still the build. Doesn't this god get stuff off of lifesteal? No, he just gets increased healing. Okay. I don't know. I think this is the build. I don't know if this is actually the optimal build by any means. But what I do know is this is the old build, and me trying it now still feels very strong. So even if it's not the most optimal build, it's just strong, man. It does a ton of damage. Owie. Well, he got my beads. Alright, let's see that's healing. 400 HP to 750. That's also a health chalice as well. See if we can catch him here. Dude. He wasn't even looking at me. Okay. Okay, vibe check, so we can land these wraps, man. Like I said, it's not my first Anubis game. I've had warm-ups, and I did really good in those warm-ups. I just can't hit this guy because he's fast. I haven't played against a fast character yet, I suppose. It's hard for me to, like, adjust to his movement speed. I'm definitely just coping right now, but... Alright, we got in melee distance, and we wrapped him. Let's go! We landed a wrap, baby! Wait, I don't want him to surrender, though. I really don't want him to surrender. This character is a bit of a hard one to get a video for, I feel like, because a lot of people do surrender. I've had this happen to me quite a few times while trying to record duels. And I'm sure every other Smite duel YouTuber has the same problem where it's like some gods are just impossible to get a recording on unless you get this fearless guy who never F6s, which is kind of rare sometimes. Or like you just intentionally do bad so that way, like you just intentionally give them the early game or give them a kill so they don't surrender. It's kind of annoying. Like some gods are just too good, man. Or the game just isn't boring and doesn't look competitive at all because you're just such a broken character. I don't think it's boring to play. I'm more so speaking from like a viewer standpoint. Dang, you really got that, huh? I have a lot of gold in hand. I'm not as strong as I would love to be right now. Also, he has a red buff. So, for all intents and purposes, he's actually slightly stronger than me right now, I think. Or at the very least, we're about even. Have you seen anything like it? I keep looking down to see my player level. Like, because, you know, like I said, my, oh, let me buy another. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go straight into this. I didn't explain this in the previous game because they surrendered. Magus buffs, basically, they made it to where it has less lifesteal, of course. And they made it to where the proc on it is now 9% extra damage for 8 seconds. I think it was 7.5 for like 5 seconds before. Don't quote me on that. But the point is Magus does even more damage now. And has even more utility. So it's beautiful. And of course synergizes with. Oh my goodness, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie. This is just another cope moment, but like, he might actually not surrender just because I can't land a wrap. Like, legitimately, he might be like, because he keeps like backing. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but he keeps backing after I miss to like taunt me a bit. You know, because we're not the nicest of people to each other. But also because I just keep missing. So he might just play it out and be like, dude, late game, this guy's going to miss one wrap and I'll kill him. Also, he went double defense. Holy. Okay. I don't really know why he fought into me there. I don't know why. Like I guess that he thought he survived the ult, so that means he wins. Like maybe he thought he could get me with a cheesy little knockout. Like apparently he cracked me. I say apparently because like I don't remember getting knocked up, you know. And for those of you wondering, by the way, because I actually get questions similar to this a lot in my stream. People get confused with like how Poseidon ult is a knockup and Anubis 1 is knockup immune. You cannot immune the Poseidon ult with the Anubis 1 because Poseidon ult is actually a stun before it's a knockup. So it will stun them, thus canceling the Anubis 1, then knocking them up. Just for anybody who's wondering. Because that is a very common question when I stream, is things like, you know, can knockup immune abilities immune a certain knockup, right? But that knockup has more to it. He's just running around PvEing my buffs, man. Because he can, I guess. Unless my blink is up, I can't really chase too hard. And I can't really outsecure him too well with the way I'm playing. I say with the way I'm playing because basically I could outsecure him maybe if I would wrap him first. But I'm being a little bit lax with my wraps. I'm looking more for kills rather than getting the buff. Although, if we're being honest, I could probably do both at the same time. But, you know, I'm going to upgrade my blink, man. Like, it feels like anytime my blink is down, he just gets away from me for free. Even though sometimes I blink and I miss my wrap, I still would like to have the opportunity. Like, look at this. Look how much anti-heal he's going right now. I'm not saying this is a bad build. A bad thing to go so much anti-heal. But it's definitely less good, you know, it's not as good as it was before. Like, yeah, hurting my lifesteal hurts me, of course, but not nearly as much as it did before. It's not that big of a deal.
In a hurry.
Bro, he is so fast, man. He's Poseidon with base movement speed, with his 2, with Toxic Blade. What? Where did he go? Oh.
Not so far.
Dude, okay, this is embarrassing. Like, it's not that embarrassing because I don't pretend to be an Anubis main, you know. But like, jeez, Poseidon's hard to hit, man. It really is. Maybe he won't expect me to be behind him. He's just zigging and zagging. Let's go. And by the way, I'm only going to say this because I just got done explaining how you can't Anubis 1 Kraken. To be clear, the Anubis 1 persisted and continued, you know, after the Kraken because I pop my beads. I think I pre-beads like before I pressed 1, but even if the way that they changed beads not too long ago to where like you can actually press beads during abilities now, so if I did do that, it was unnecessary. Old habits die hard, you know. But yeah, that wasn't the Anubis 1 getting through the Kraken there, that was a beads, just in case anyone is wondering. You of course can use any ability in the game versus a knockup if you're, you know, CC immune. Ooh, we actually got a buff. Let's go, boys. We got a buff. He's going anti-heal. Like, here's the thing, like, or not anti-heal, he's going lifesteal, and I don't even know, like, am I supposed to go anti-heal here? Like, normally, yes. Because even if it's not a lifesteal character or, like, a full lifesteal build, just the Bancrofts alone and this tiny trinket that's, of course, going to build into a lifesteal item, just those things alone would make me want to go anti-heal. And maybe I still should. But I don't know. And by the way, you know, I said like Anubis does 1 billion damage now and whatnot. He does do a lot more damage, it feels like. But you got to keep in mind, I have 2,800 gold here, so that's why he can just eat that. And he's double defense. He has Shoguns and Pestilence. And Pestilence is one of the tankiest items in the game for magicals. And then this has 100 HP, so yeah. I'm going to go Chronos Pendant. I think a lot of people think Chronos Pendant is like a troll thing to go on Anubis now. Or like... before this patch and during this patch, people probably think Chronos Pendant's a bit troll, but I think it's very good, honestly. Like, I think he's a very cooldown dependent character, of course. He's an ability-based mage, but he also has a very good CC that he needs to have up. And so me personally, I think Chronos Pendant does wonders on Anubis, and we're gonna buy it here. There we go. He did end up knocking up my Anubis one. There you go, in case anybody didn't believe me. Alright, missed the wrap, hit the ult, baby, let's go. Alright, let's see what we can do to this Phoenix if we tank for this Archer here. Oh, we're doing tons of damage. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Anyway, we tank for the Archer there because if you didn't know, minions remove backdoor protections. Backdoor protections, long story short, are just you only do half damage to structures if there are no minions in it. It's a way to stop people from backdooring, which is, you know, going behind, killing the Phoenix without minions, without you even knowing about it. You're just walking around living your day, and then your Phoenix is dead, and he doesn't even have a minion wave. You do 50% less damage without minions. So having that one little Archer live with 1 HP, honestly, I didn't need to tank for him because all he has to do is get in there and then me not leave. But either way, we're gonna tank for our boy. I'm gonna buy a power pop, more cooldowns. I don't really like that noise. That little noise when you buy items. Has that always been there? Or is it new? Am I just not noticing this? Either way. We got power potion, more cooldown. We're capped cooldown now. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if his beads are up or not, to be honest. I want to say they're down, but I could be wrong. No, I should have beads. Doesn't matter because we have full cooldown Anubis. Chronos Pendant Anubis, baby! Look at those cooldowns. Probably got a Genji's proc and all that too. See no reason why we wouldn't. Bonk, bonk, bonk. So what do you guys think of the new HUD? I'm curious what you guys think. What do you guys think of this new skin? What do you guys think of the HUD? What do you guys think of the lifesteal changes? What do you guys think about Anubis? You know, pick a question to answer. Again, just to be clear, guys, there usually is a picture down here that shows there will be a picture of Anubis down there and stuff. I have changed things about my HUD. Not drastically, it's mostly just removing the clunkiness, like all those pop-ups that pop up randomly and are really an eyesore. I pretty much just removed all of those. And then I moved around a couple things, like my KDA is now at the top, and then stuff like that. So my HUD is somewhat similar to default, but I'm just letting you guys know there are some things removed, to keep that in mind. And as far as Anubis, normally this is the part where I start the build and whatnot, and I think honestly we just slam this build back here. Although one thing I will say is I think Anubis does, this is just first impressions, I could be dead wrong, but I think Anubis likes to have defense second now, as opposed to just rushing more damage, but it's probably matchup dependent. It depends. If you don't get it second, at the very least third probably. So it'd be like boom, boom, boom. And then I would go, here's a bit of a tricky one, because like I said, Anubis is a lot less of a one-trick pony now, and a lot of he still has the same old problem, which is basically if they pop beads on your first wrap, when you ult them and they pop beads and they kill you before your wrap comes back up, you're screwed. So you basically have to either kill them with just your combo, which sometimes you can't do that, or you need to get a second wrap up. And of course things like you know, upgraded med cooldowns help with that. Of course things like things like this helps with that. But in the build specifically, like if you need some cooldown here, honestly, it might not even be that troll against physical or magical, doesn't matter, to just go boom, slap a Chronos there, and then boom, there's your Magus. I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't build Magus. It's just a nice item. And then last item. All right, so if you look at the build here, we see it's not showing it when I hover it, but you can see it over here on the left side. Typhon's is 20% pen. Magus is 10% pen, so we have 30. So, and we have cap cooldown, we have lifesteal, we have 30 pen. So if you really think you want anti-heal, well then this last item, or somewhere in your build, you know, the sixth item I guess I should say, not necessarily have to be in this order, but of course it's going to be divine. If we determined, which I haven't yet, if we determined that we really need anti-heal in this meta, I'm not sure. But if we don't need that, if we're just looking at DPS, guys, you know, this is just me thinking. I haven't explored all the new items. I might change the build. You know, I might, and I'll let you guys know. All I can do is tell you guys what I think the best thing is. until I figure out the next best thing. And then I'll tell you guys that. You know, I just keep letting you guys know the most current OP build for me. But this right here, this item got buffed. It is now 150 power. I think, anyways. Let's make sure. Rod, it is now 150 power, and the floor. You know, we talked about the floor earlier with Bancrofts. You know, you don't get full power till you're at 40% health. Well, Rod, basically what it does is it makes you do more damage to people that are below 50% health, but it got buffed, and now it's to people that are below 60% health. So what does this mean? Rod does extra damage more often. You know, like, it has a higher HP pool. Now you have extra damage versus 60% health as opposed to the 50%. So Rod is just a good item, honestly. I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't do it last unless you're just really looking for a cheap source of something. Just a reminder, by the way, just a random thing that I just remembered. It's not necessarily an Anubis item per se, but it could be if, you know, you're interested. Doomorb got buffed. It has pen and more movement speed. If you need that movement speed to kite your opponent late game, or you just like this item, it's just a fun item, you're a for fun gamer, well then by all means slam that in there. You know, that could help you get away from that melee assassin or something. So far these are the only items that I think I will be building right now until I find new ones, which I'm sure I'll find different ones, but this right here, even if it's not the most optimal build, it is a good build. You know, it's just solid in general. I wish that I could do more testing, which, you know, part of me was like, maybe I shouldn't record a game. I wait a week and then upload things. But nah, I just decided that I will just teach you guys as it goes. I might teach you things that, like this video and this build might be outdated a little bit by next week. Who knows? I'll teach you guys as I learn. I'll teach you guys all the things that I learn. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, appreciate you guys clicking. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.